that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are gonna be pissed.
Angel Reese is grabbing headlines, but not the kind that attract sponsors.
Here, I thought Angel Reese was a big deal. I thought she was a box office draw. According to her pretend friends in the mainstream media, Angel Reese is a huge star.
Angel Reese's layup troubles have become almost cartoonish. In one game, a routine putback turned into a viral blooper reel, as she missed not once, but several times in succession. Commentators scrambled for polite phrasing, but the internet wasted no time. Clips spread like wildfire, and not for reasons she'd want.
We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves. Like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious real quick. Angel, come on, man.
This season, Reese is shooting 44.4% from the field, a number that looks fine on paper until you remember most of her attempts come right at the rim. For perspective, pros usually finish layups at a 70 to 80% clip. Reese, however, has managed to turn basketball's simplest shot into a 50-50 gamble. Analysts have even coined it the Angel Reese effect, where routine finishes somehow become anything but.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay it off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys? Look at this. Look at it.
This season, Reese is shooting 44.4% from the field, a number that looks fine on paper until you remember most of her attempts come right at the rim. For perspective, pros usually finish layups at a 70 to 80% clip. Reese, however, has managed to turn basketball's simplest shot into a 50-50 gamble. Analysts have even coined it the Angel Reese effect, where routine finishes somehow become anything but.
Angel Reese 100% has benefited from attaching herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn. She used Caitlin Clark as promo. Now with Reebok, she's using. This is nonstop. She has attached herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn, and she has benefited.
Instead, the whole plan unraveled in spectacular fashion. Timing so bad it made Murphy's Law look merciful. Just days before the All-Star festivities, Caitlin Clark went down with a right groin injury on July 15th. The setback knocked her out of both the three-point contest and the main event itself. The very stage Reese was banking on to spotlight her shoe.
Shaq and Allen Iverson are going to go and do what they can to promote their player. Like, even still here, like, you had the Angel Reese saying that she was, taking over Indiana, and there's about 15 fans there. And I'm more than wearing Caitlin Clark merch than her merch. She pulls up with about 15 fans, and I'm like, take over, Angel, take over. This is her city now. And I'm like, man, she's never won a game in Indiana.
Instead, the whole plan unraveled in spectacular fashion. Timing so bad it made Murphy's Law look merciful. Just days before the All-Star festivities, Caitlin Clark went down with a right groin injury on July 15th. The setback knocked her out of both the three-point contest and the main event itself. The very stage Reese was banking on to spotlight her shoe.
Take over your trap. I mean, who's she talking about right there? Because Clark takes over every single trap she goes to. In fact, they gotta expand the trap so she can take over more real estate. Every single place she goes to. I mean, there is zero argument to possibly be made that she isn't the biggest attraction, the one that brings the most attention, whatever. It's not even worth talking about.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. The irony here is impossible to ignore. Angel Reese, who has poured so much effort into framing herself as Caitlin Clark's equal, or even her rival, suddenly found her own spotlight entirely dependent on Clark's star power. But with Clark sidelined, the All-Star Game lost its biggest attraction, and with it went Reese's carefully plotted marketing play. The numbers made it clear. Without Clark on the floor, viewership dipped sharply, leaving Reese's shoe debut to land with far less impact than she envisioned.
Sponsors assured him Clark coming to his organization would rake in cash hand over fist. But, quote, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. She's not the draw, folks. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Quote, I don't know if we can make that same offer. Cube initially sent the offer Clark's way when she was an Iowa Hawkeye.
The basketball gods clearly have a dark sense of humor. Angel Reese, who has loudly touted her own star power and ability to draw crowds, was suddenly confronted with the reality that her big moment hinged on the very rival she's tried to measure herself against. What was supposed to be her coronation at the All-Star Game instead became a brutal reminder of how much both the WNBA's visibility and her own marketing clout depend on Caitlin Clark. Now, insiders say Reese is livid, reportedly venting her frustration at Clark for the audacity of getting injured at the worst possible time. After months of preparation and careful coordination with Reebok's marketing team, her carefully staged debut was left hanging in front of a diminished audience, its impact blunted by circumstances she never saw coming.
Boy, to get popped by 40 at home. Now I'm seeing the Sky fans. It's some Sky fans going to Angel Reese. Sky fans is going to Angel Reese, and I didn't even think about this. Okay, so Angel Reese, you sat out the game before the All-Star Game. Then you played in the All-Star Game. Then you played one game and said, okay, your back is hurting. Now you're not playing again. I don't know. Look, the Sky fans is bringing it up, not me. They bringing it up. Look. Don't get mad at me.
Reebok's basketball didn't end there, as if the timing of Clark's injury was enough. Angel's own body seemed to betray her plans. A back injury sidelined her for 4 of the Sky's last 5 games, labeled day-to-day, but with no clear return date. From the bench, she's been forced to watch her team unravel, spiraling into a brutal 8-21 record and riding an 8-game losing streak that lined up almost perfectly with her absence. The Chicago Sky, meanwhile, have been unintentionally putting on their own brand of comedy, finding new and inventive ways to lose games. For Reebok, the optics are disastrous. Their signature athlete is not only missing games, but has also become a punchline for missed layups, all while lacing up in their sneakers. Imagine being a brand executive and watching your marquee player turn into the embodiment of squandered chances. Once a giant in basketball, Reebok now finds itself tied to an athlete whose name is becoming synonymous with missed opportunities, literally.